I remember, watching the first cars go down the front straightaway at speed, and it shook every bone in my body. And you watch the vapor trail come off the wing, and they're winged down, and they go into the first corner, full speed. And at that moment, it was like it was slow motion, and I knew right then, this is exactly what I want to do. Growing up, all I remember in my entire life is being at a racetrack. My dad, his rookie year was the year I was born.
From the time Dominic was born, he traveled with us. I bought a motorhome. My wife and my kids went with me everywhere.
He actually had given it up the year before he made it big. Out of a tragedy came one of the greatest careers of any drag racing racer ever.
It always kind of drew us to that. We're always wanting to go to any kind of race there was, whether it was a sprint car race or a drag race. You're constantly thinking about racing. You're not really thinking about anything else, which I guess if you were playing different sports or things like that or worrying about different things, I guess you'd worry about more and be interested in more, but now it's all racing.
A friend of mine said, you need to go put Dominic in a junior sprint. A friend of mine put Dominic in it, and the first lap he was wide open. And some guy came up to me and said, wow, how long has he been driving these cars? I said, about 3 minutes. And I fell in love with them. People say, why do you spend all your money on race cars? Because I'm with my kids every day.
It just became a bonding experience for my dad and I loved it. I loved how in that moment when you're at top speed at 5 years old, there is nothing to worry about. As we moved and as I got closer to my goals of racing sprint cars, everything just kind of seemed clearer for me of exactly what I was going to do with my life.
I love this stuff. It's my release. I get to go 400 feet across the street and go to my race shop when everything's not going so well at Scelzi Enterprises. I love the tinkering. I love watching the kids' work ethics.
I've always been told that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and that's what I'm hoping to prove.
They'll be there at 8 in the morning, they'll be there till 10 at night. That's the same thing you have to do to be successful in any business. So if you have that desire and that want and work hard and good work ethics, I think you will be successful.
Any business, your main goal is to be successful. And that's what our goal in our racing is. And I strive for nothing but to be perfect and to be the best. And for someone that comes on board to our race team, you become part of the family. And that's something that's so much more special than seems like many of the other teams out there, is that we are a family. That kind of dynamic is a huge selling point to all people. Sprint car drivers are different than any other form of racing, and it's in the most amazing way that these guys genuinely are just enjoying what they're doing. And I think it's a different kind of swagger and a different kind of way they hold themselves that you just won't see anywhere else. Emotions are raw and the people are real. There is nothing that's not extreme about this sport. You go 900 and some horsepower in between your legs, and you go 140 miles an hour against a wall that you can barely see because you're looking through 30 tear-offs. That's why dirt track racing, in my opinion, is the greatest form of motorsport there is.
He's just got that desire. When he comes, he's going to come with everything he's got, and I can't take that out of him, nor would I want to.
Scelzi throws a slider on Balog. Balog dips back to the inside, but Dominic Scelzi up to the third spot in car number 33.
We're never there just to make laps, it's always there to be competitive. He doesn't give up, and he's always there to win.
Now Scelzi with a slider on Madsen.
Dominic Scelzi moves to the inside of Tina off turn 2. Scelzi coming for the lead.
Scelzi, Loyette, split lap traffic.
Dominic Scelzi gets away with the King of the West Series.
I just feel love for the sport. It's so personal, and it's just unlike anything else. And I'd say I'm a kid with a dream.